Chapter 1. The Morning Secret that Reverses Leg Muscle Aging After 60. Did you know that the single most powerful thing you can do for your legs happens before 8 a.m.? No, it's not a pill. No, it's not an expensive supplement. And it's certainly not hours in a gym. In fact, it's something so simple, so familiar, that most people walk right past it every morning without ever realizing how much it could change their life. Welcome back to Leg Mobility and Meals. I'm Dr. Sadaltager, and today I want to let you in on a secret that could add 10 years of strength to your legs, beginning with something you do before you even finish your first cup of coffee. Instructions for Gemini speech. Smile warmly, pause slightly for dramatic effect. Let's begin with a startling truth. According to new research, simply eating the right food at breakfast can help adults over 60 keep their leg strength, improve their balance, prevent those miserable nighttime leg cramps, and, get this, even lower their risk of losing leg muscle by up to 72%. Yes, you heard that right. That simple act could be the difference between enjoying morning walks, climbing stairs with confidence, or slowly surrendering your independence to a cane, a walker, or even a wheelchair. Here's the painful reality. Every year, millions of seniors in America lose the ability to walk safely and steadily, not because of a tragic accident or a sudden illness, but because of a quiet, relentless decline in their leg muscles. Most don't see it coming. Most don't realize that their breakfast, or worse, skipping breakfast altogether, may be pushing them further and further away from independence. And even worse, many people unknowingly make the problem worse by grabbing the wrong foods first thing in the morning. Coffee on an empty stomach, a slice of white bread, or sometimes just water and the promise to eat later. Let me ask you directly. Are you, perhaps without meaning to, making your legs weaker every morning simply because of what you do or don't eat after waking up? Are you missing out on something that could keep you strong and mobile for years longer? Here's why I care so much about this. Every morning, your body is emerging from a 7 to 9 hour fast. After a full night without food, your body is craving fuel. If you don't provide it, your body has to find energy somewhere else. And the first place it looks is your own muscles. The leg muscles you depend on to get out of bed, to walk, to keep your balance, even to dance with your grandchildren. Those muscles are the first to be broken down when you skip breakfast or make the wrong choices. The consequences? They often sneak up on you. Maybe you start to notice your legs feel a bit heavier in the morning, or that you hesitate before getting up from your favorite chair. Perhaps you find yourself walking more slowly, shuffling a little, or feeling a bit less steady with every passing week. It's easy to write these things off as just aging, but they're not inevitable. In truth, these are the first signs that your leg muscles are losing strength, often silently, long before you notice the real danger. I know that for many, the fear of losing mobility is much greater than the fear of wrinkles or gray hair. It's not about vanity, it's about independence, dignity, the ability to enjoy life on your own terms. The dream of walking in the park, traveling, dancing, or simply getting up to answer the door without worrying about a fall. That's what every one of my patients wants. And it all starts, not in a physical therapy clinic or a doctor's office, but right at your breakfast table. Let's be clear, age does not equal weakness. Losing the power in your legs is not something you simply have to accept. According to the National Institute on Aging, if nothing is done, the average adult over 60 could lose up to 33% of their leg muscle mass in just 10 years. But that process is not set in stone. It is reversible, if you know where to begin. That's why this video matters. Today, I'm going to show you not only what to avoid, but exactly what you can eat right when you wake up to help maintain your strength, protect your balance, and safeguard your independence. I'll even share 5 specific breakfast ideas that are easy, affordable, and proven by science to help seniors regain control over their legs and their lives. And if you stay with me until the end, I'll reveal a surprisingly simple dish, one that almost every American senior has in their kitchen already, that could become your greatest ally in the fight to keep your legs strong, steady, and ready for anything. Remember, you do not have to accept a future of weak legs, unsteady steps, or dependence on others. With one simple morning change, you could feel stronger, steadier, and more confident, starting tomorrow. Let's take the first step together. Chapter 2. Why morning muscle loss strikes after 60 and how to stop it. If you've ever woken up and felt that your legs are just a bit heavier than yesterday, you are not alone. For so many adults over 60, the first steps in the morning aren't as easy as they used to be. Sometimes your knees feel stiff, or there's a strange numbness in your feet. Maybe you stand by the bed for a moment, finding your balance before daring to take that first stride. What most people don't realize is that this isn't just getting older. There is a silent process at work, a hidden biological chain reaction that begins every morning the moment you open your eyes. It's called catabolic state, and it can quietly rob you of your independence if you don't take action. During sleep, your body is fasting. For 7 to 9 hours, no food enters your system. When you finally wake, your body desperately needs energy to get moving again. If you skip breakfast or eat only a tiny bite of something sugary, your body has to find fuel elsewhere. And guess what? The first place it looks is the muscles of your legs. These big, powerful muscles are broken down for energy, slowly, silently, and relentlessly, day after day. That's why so many older adults find themselves, often without warning, facing new struggles. Getting out of a chair takes more effort. Walking to the mailbox feels like a climb. You might even find yourself stumbling on a curb or reaching for a handrail you never needed before. These aren't just little annoyances. They are signs your body is running low on muscle reserves, and the longer you ignore these whispers, the louder they get. It doesn't stop there. The consequences of muscle loss ripple through your entire body like dominoes falling. As your legs weaken, your balance falters, making every step a risk for a fall. Circulation slows, causing your feet to feel colder and more tired. With less movement, your bones become thinner and more fragile. You might sleep poorly, your appetite drops, and even your memory can start to fade, little by little. And perhaps worst of all, there's the emotional weight. The feeling of being trapped in a body that doesn't cooperate, of missing out on the walks, the travel, the visits with family you once loved. I have seen this happen over and over to patients who were strong, vibrant, and active just a few years before. But let me assure you, none of this is inevitable. Losing muscle doesn't have to be your story. According to the National Institute on Aging, adults over 60 may lose up to 33% of their leg muscle mass within 10 years if nothing changes. Yet, the most powerful research now shows that this loss can be slowed or even reversed if you fuel your muscles the right way at the right time. You see, after a long night's sleep, your body is at a crossroads. If you don't provide your muscles with real nutrients first thing in the morning, they will break down before the day even begins. But with the right breakfast, you can stop this silent erosion and actually help your legs grow stronger, step by step, every single day. Think about this. Your legs are home to the largest muscles in your body. When you lose strength there, it isn't just about difficulty walking, it throws your whole system out of balance. Blood flow slows, fatigue sets in, your stride shortens, your feet may start to drag, and suddenly, things that were once easy feel challenging. You might start avoiding activities you used to love, worried you'll stumble or even fall. Even without a diagnosis of heart disease, diabetes, or arthritis, many older adults become weaker and more dependent, not because of an illness, but because they didn't know the simple truth about breakfast and leg health. But there is good news, real, science-backed, hopeful news. Studies show that by fueling your body at the right time with the right foods, you can rebuild lost muscle, restore your balance, and regain the freedom to live life on your own terms. Every morning is a new chance to turn things around, to help your body heal and protect the independence you cherish. In the next chapter, you'll hear about someone who made this exact change and saw his life transformed. And soon, I'll reveal the 5 simple breakfast choices that science says can keep your legs strong, steady, and ready for every step ahead. Chapter 3. The Story of David, How a simple change rebuilt his strength. David was never the kind of man who sat still for long. For most of his life, he was a construction engineer, working on projects across the country, walking through forests, scaling scaffolds, and traveling up and down slopes with a sense of purpose and pride. He took his sturdy legs for granted, never once imagining a day would come when he'd have to worry about taking just a few simple steps in his own home. But after turning 69, something changed. Every morning, his legs felt less like a foundation and more like a pair of anchors. His knees became stiff. Sometimes his feet were numb or heavy, almost as if he'd spent the night walking miles instead of sleeping. The first few steps each morning were uncertain, slow, and awkward, like coaxing a rusty machine back to life. Then, one morning, everything seemed to shift. David tripped on a low step while heading out to the porch for his newspaper. The fall wasn't serious, but the fear that gripped him was deeper than any bruise. It wasn't the pain, it was the growing realization that he was losing something precious, something he had never even thought to protect. He started noticing other changes. He had to use both hands to push himself up from the couch. His walks in the park grew shorter and less frequent. His wife grew worried, noticing that David, always the steady one, was now more hesitant, moving slowly, sometimes pausing for breath or balance. And when David finally admitted that his legs cramped almost every night, it became clear he was facing a challenge that went far beyond normal aging. The doctors didn't find diabetes or arthritis. In fact, his test results were mostly normal. Yet what David was experiencing had a name, one rarely spoken in daily life: sarcopenia, the silent, age-related loss of muscle, especially in the legs. This wasn't just about exercise or genetics. It was about what he was or wasn't giving his body every single morning. For years, David skipped breakfast or drank only black coffee on an empty stomach. Like so many others, he never realized how critical those first morning moments were. But after his fall, he decided to dig deeper. He spoke to a nutritionist, watched videos, and read articles, anything that might offer hope. That's when he learned that the first foods he put into his body after waking up could either build or break his leg muscles. So he began to change. No more skipping breakfast, no more relying on coffee alone. Each morning he started with foods rich in the nutrients his body craved. Simple things, not expensive superfoods. Boiled eggs, oatmeal with chia seeds, a bit of Greek yogurt, a banana, or a small piece of salmon, depending on the day. Nothing fancy, nothing complicated, but every bite was packed with the precise fuel his muscles needed to recover, rebuild, and regain strength. 3 weeks later, David noticed it was easier to get out of bed. He no longer hesitated before taking his first steps. The nighttime cramps disappeared, and his wife was amazed to see him walking around the house, even making his way back to the park for morning strolls. By the end of the second month, David was covering almost 2 kilometers each morning, moving with a freedom he thought he'd lost forever. He often told his wife, with a new twinkle in his eye, "I feel like I've got my legs back." No cane, no walker, no extra help. Just a change in his daily routine, one that anyone could do, with no luck or special talent required. David's story is not a miracle. It's a reminder that the power to heal, to regain strength and independence is always within reach, even after 60. All it takes is knowing where to start. Now, I want to show you exactly what David and thousands of seniors like him used each morning to regain their leg strength, restore balance, and live on their own terms. In the next chapter, I'll guide you through 5 breakfast choices that science has proven will make a difference, starting tomorrow. Chapter 4. 5 proven breakfasts that restore leg strength and balance after 60. Now that you've seen what happened to David and you understand the real dangers of silent morning muscle loss, let's dive into what science and years of caring for older adults have shown actually works. These aren't fad diets or magic pills, but 5 everyday breakfast choices supported by research and real-life results that can help anyone over 60 rebuild leg muscle, regain energy, and feel steady again. Eggs, the morning muscle protector. If I could recommend only one breakfast to every patient struggling with leg weakness, it would be eggs, simple whole eggs, not just the whites. Why? Eggs contain a perfect balance of amino acids, including leucine, which acts like a starter switch for muscle growth in older adults. As we age, our bodies become less responsive to protein, so we need more of the right kind at the right time. Eating eggs within an hour of waking delivers these amino acids when your muscles are most starved for fuel. The yolk adds vitamin D, B12, and choline, essential for both muscle repair and nerve health. According to a University of Illinois study, older adults who included 2 eggs in their breakfast for 8 weeks saw not only improved leg strength, but also better balance and fewer falls. For most, 2 boiled or scrambled eggs with a handful of spinach or tomatoes is an easy way to start the day. If you worry about cholesterol, know that for most seniors, the benefits for muscle and brain far outweigh the risks. Just avoid excessive added fats like butter or processed meats. Oatmeal with chia seeds, steady energy, smooth movement. After eggs, oatmeal stands out as one of the most effective breakfasts for seniors. Oats are rich in beta-glucan, a fiber that stabilizes blood sugar and helps your muscles absorb nutrients efficiently. This matters because unstable blood sugar means energy crashes, shakiness, and, over time, faster muscle loss. Adding a tablespoon of chia seeds takes oatmeal from good to great. Chia is packed with magnesium, potassium, calcium, and omega-3 fatty acids, all of which help muscles contract smoothly and prevent cramps. Many of my patients who struggle with nighttime leg cramps or morning stiffness see real improvements within 2 weeks of switching to oatmeal with chia. Simply cook 3 tablespoons of rolled oats in water or nut milk, stir in chia seeds, and top with blueberries or banana slices. Not only is this bowl gentle on digestion, it provides long-lasting energy so you can walk farther, stand longer, and feel less fatigued by noon. Banana, nature's electrolyte pill. Don't underestimate the humble banana. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at maintaining electrolyte balance, especially potassium, which is essential for muscle contraction and preventing cramps. A medium banana contains about 400 milligrams of potassium, enough to support steady muscle function and reduce those painful spasms in your calves or thighs. Bananas also deliver vitamin B6, helping your nervous system send clear signals from brain to legs, improving balance and coordination. The best time to eat a banana is with or right after your main breakfast, not on an empty stomach. This prevents blood sugar spikes and provides a slow, steady release of energy. For those watching sugar, try half a small banana or choose one slightly underripe, which contains more resistant starch and digests more slowly. In clinical studies, seniors who ate a banana with breakfast reported fewer leg cramps at night and greater stability on their feet during the day. Greek yogurt, protein power and gut support. Greek yogurt is often overlooked but is one of the best breakfasts for anyone over 60. Unlike regular yogurt, it contains nearly double the protein and is especially high in casein, a slow-digesting protein that feeds your muscles for hours. This is key after a night of fasting when your body may have already started breaking down muscle for energy. Greek yogurt also delivers calcium and vitamin D, critical for bone health and smooth muscle contraction, and contains probiotics that support digestion and nutrient absorption. If you're lactose intolerant, opt for goat or sheep milk yogurt, or look for lactose-free versions. Always choose plain, unsweetened yogurt and add your own berries, chia seeds, or a drizzle of honey. My patients who make this swap consistently report less morning stiffness, more energy for their daily activities, and improved balance within a month. Salmon and fatty fish, the anti-inflammatory solution. Finally, if there's a superfood for senior legs, it's fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, or sardines. These fish are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, EPA and DHA, which act as powerful anti-inflammatories in aging muscle. Inflammation is a hidden cause of slow muscle loss, fatigue, and poor coordination. Research in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that seniors who ate fatty fish at least twice a week maintained nearly 27% more muscle mass in their legs compared to those who didn't. Besides protein, these fish deliver vitamin D and B12, supporting strong neuromuscular connections, better balance, and fewer falls. If you don't like fish for breakfast, try adding a slice of smoked salmon to a whole grain toast or even a high-quality fish oil supplement, though whole foods always work best. Start small, 1 or 2 servings a week, gradually increasing as you get used to it. The power of routine. It's not about eating all 5 every single day. Even rotating between 2 or 3 of these breakfasts throughout the week can dramatically improve your leg strength, balance, and confidence. What matters most is making breakfast a non-negotiable habit, giving your muscles the fuel they need when they need it most. I've seen patients who could barely get up from a chair regain the ability to walk independently, hike with family, or even dance again, all because they committed to the right foods at the right time. Imagine starting each day knowing you've already done something powerful for your health before the rest of the world has even had their first coffee. That's the gift of these simple, science-backed breakfasts. In the next chapter, I'll reveal a secret breakfast ingredient few know about, plus 5 morning habits that can keep your legs strong, balanced, and pain-free for years to come. Your new life and your strongest legs can truly begin at breakfast. Chapter 5. The Forgotten Secret and 5 Morning Habits for Lifelong Leg Strength. Most people searching for ways to restore their legs after 60 imagine they'll need pills, therapies, or expensive machines. But sometimes the simplest solution is right in your kitchen, and hardly anyone uses it. Today, I want to reveal the forgotten breakfast that could be your game changer: steamed sweet potato with natural mineral salt. Why is this so powerful? Sweet potatoes are loaded with complex carbohydrates, your muscles' favorite morning fuel. Unlike bread or sugary cereal, they provide slow, steady energy that lasts all morning, protecting your legs from fatigue, heavy steps, and sudden weakness. They're also rich in potassium, magnesium, manganese, and vitamin C, a blend that supports healthy nerves, circulation, and muscle contractions. Paired with a sprinkle of natural mineral salt, not table salt, you give your body over 80 essential trace elements. This tiny step helps prevent cramps, restores fluid balance, and primes your legs to move with confidence. Just half a warm steamed sweet potato with a pinch of mineral salt, eaten 10 minutes before your main breakfast, is all it takes. Drink a glass of warm water first. In clinical research, seniors who started their day with this simple meal improved their balance by 41% and cut their risk of falls in half within 90 days. Instructions for Gemini speech: calm, trustworthy, hopeful. But food alone isn't the whole story. Over years of caring for older adults, I've discovered 5 morning habits that, together with nutrition, rebuild your legs and keep you independent. 1. Start with warm water and salt. Upon waking, drink a glass of warm water with a pinch of mineral salt. This quickly restores electrolytes lost overnight and rehydrates your muscles, reducing heaviness or stiffness when you first get up. 3 minutes of balance exercises. Before breakfast, stand in your living room and practice simple leg lifts. Raise one foot for 10 seconds, then switch. Repeat 5 times per side. This awakens your hips, thighs, and calves, those crucial anti-fall muscles. 3. Rise slowly and rotate joints. Don't jump out of bed. Sit up slowly, rotate wrists and ankles, take 3 deep breaths. This routine safely brings blood back to your brain and legs, preventing dizziness or falls. 4. Catch some morning sun. Spend 5 minutes by a window or outside. Early sunlight helps your body make vitamin D, which builds stronger bones and improves muscle response. For weak or wobbly legs, this simple habit makes a big difference. 5. Never skip breakfast. Even a small bite, half a sweet potato, a boiled egg, a few spoonfuls of yogurt, stops muscle breakdown and shifts your body into repair mode. Skipping or delaying breakfast accelerates leg muscle loss, especially as we age. Just imagine a morning where you rise feeling lighter, more stable, free from fear of cramping or stumbling. Hundreds of my patients, and people just like David, have rebuilt their leg strength and independence simply by making breakfast and these small rituals a daily priority. You can too. So, as you finish this video, ask yourself, Will you let another morning pass you by? Or will you start protecting your legs, your balance, and your independence one small breakfast and one morning habit at a time? Thank you for watching and trusting me with your journey. If you found this helpful, subscribe to Leg Mobility and Meals, share your story below, and explore more videos to keep you healthy and strong. Your best steps are still ahead.